Hi, welcome back. I am so excited for this conversation because I have my beautiful friend Nanci here with us, aka Soulful Healing. And I love Nanci. Nanci and I have been friends now for a couple of years, but Nanci has an amazing health transformation story. And I'm going to actually ask her to send me a before and after that I can have as a part of this video because you will not recognize the before from the woman who is sitting in front of us now. So, Nanci, thanks for taking some time to be here. And I would love to know before your health transformation, what were you doing? How were you feeling? What were you struggling with? Just to kind of paint a picture for people, because I think what you were dealing with is very common, but it's not normal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. I'm so glad that I found you. Well, so before all of this, I was much, much heavier. I was in the hair industry. I grew up in barbershops and salons. This was way before ventilation and anything like that, way before gloves happened. My hands were constantly in chemicals. I was breathing. I mean, our break rooms, we were mixing flammable colors, bleaches while stylists were smoking and eating. And I mean, it was completely toxic, but we didn't know that. And, I had met my husband, continued in the salon industry with him, and I was a barber. And so I had a barber shop and I started feeling really unlike myself. I was sluggish. I didn't really want to work out, wasn't really enthused about life, and just starting to just get depressed. And as the time went on, I was like, something is wrong. Something is completely wrong. Had a year of migraines in bed, could not do anything, could not function, was really trying to work on my mental health as well as my physical health holistically. Couldn't find anybody or anything. One particular moment that was the ending for me was I was doing a haircut on a client who I'd had for years and had been doing this haircut in my sleep with my hands behind my back. You name it, I could do this. Totally forgot how to do the haircut in the middle of it. Went into my office. My husband was sitting there. We shared an office and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I just was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I totally forgot this haircut. And he was like, "What?" And that was it. That was the end of my hair career. I started with brain fog, depression, weight gain, like just not feeling well. Went to numerous doctors who were telling me, take this pill for this, take this pill for this to counteract that, to counteract that. And they were all getting extremely angry with me because I would not take pills.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that being in the environment that I was in with all of the chemicals and just poor ventilation for years had been doing detriment to my body. Being a hairstylist in this career with the highest rate of cancer.
Whoa,
Oh,
really?
it's one of the highest careers of people dying from cancer because of our exposure to all the chemicals before things got really well. Like people, even before they were thinking about organic. And I got to the point where I didn't want to be here anymore. I was doing holistic healing for my clients, then I could not figure it out for myself. And I was like, if I don't figure this out, I'm done. I cannot have life be this painful for me. It shouldn't be this way. And my poor husband was so patient and so sweet. And I said to him, okay, give it one more shot. But I need to do it my way. I need to do it holistically. I need to do it without doctor's intervention. And that's when I found holistic healing on the cellular level. It was something that I had never thought of doing. I was like, oh, I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking. I stopped all that stuff years before. But the drinking was like wine was my thing at night. I was like, oh, everybody's in bed. I'm having some wine. And then I found superfoods. I found biohacks. And with your help, had really dug deep and found the healing that I needed to do. I lost 40 pounds. I had extreme energy. Like within 3 days of my first protocol, I was like, what? I'm like, "Dave, you want to go for a walk?" He's like, what?
Listen,
I know. Wait, what? And we both just really started feeling amazing because what I do, he does. So he was on the protocol as well. And we just really embraced this. It was something, it was life or death.
yeah.
Had one more shot. So I was going to give it everything. And thank God that I found you, Superfoods, with your help and assistance, biohacks, and just really dug deep into what I could do with my own body.
Mhm.
And it's been an amazing journey ever since. Like my hair grows like a weed. Like I just had 7 inches cut off. And I
Your hair is great. I love it.
always like, but again, it's, inspiration and things. And I'm feeling amazing. And
Mhm.
that's the whole point of this was I didn't care how I looked. I never was concerned about weight. It was how I felt. And I have never felt so good and so comfortable in my body as I do in this moment right now. And
Amazing.
that's so much help and guidance and inspiration from you.
So how long were you dealing with the brain fog and the weight and the depression, that kind of stuff?
It was about a 4-year period that had just built up.
Mhm.
It's really interesting because it was when I gave up doing women's hair and focused just on men's hair that it was getting worse. And I was diagnosed Lyme's. So I did have that happening. Went through one round of that protocol, which wrecked me. And that's when I was like, I am not doing this anymore. There has to be a better way.
Mhm.
So it's been about 4 years. It's 3 years now on this protocol, and I've kept the weight off completely. Like I'm, going to be doing a little bit more deep dive because you inspire me to go deeper. I don't always do better. That's the thing. Like I always say, I can do better today. I can do
Yeah.
better today.
But then with the superfoods, so just to let people know who watch this video with the superfoods, it's not just the nutrition, it's the nutrition plus gut health plus detoxification of chemicals and heavy metals and starting to address parasites. So it's like all of these things in one go. And then did you do like the 90-day initial protocol or
Actually, that wasn't even a thing. It was a 30-day. And then I did it again because I was like, this can get even better. And then that's when you had talked to me about a 90-day protocol and like really being consistent. And one thing that I have to say that it will stick with me forever is that don't be hard on yourself because it took years for all of this to accumulate. It's not going to happen in 30 days.
Mhm.
You're going to feel amazing, but it's a continual to truly work this process because I was like, what the hell? We're like, listen, it's taken you 50 some years. Come on.
Yeah, it takes decades. Even on my own health journey, I had this light bulb moment earlier in the year when Michael and I were traveling, and I was doing the superfoods, but because we were traveling, I couldn't always eat the way that I wanted to eat, and my body became inflamed pretty quickly within a few days. And I decided on that trip that I was going to go deeper. And when I was doing the protocol that I just finished not that long ago, 111 days of juicing and superfoods and herbs, I came to realize on that protocol is that because of how many decades it took my health to fail, because it didn't just happen overnight. Like I dealt with hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's for people who are just watching this video and maybe don't know my story. But I reversed that condition almost 5 years ago. I've been medication free ever since, but I didn't go deeper than that. So what I've come to realize is that there's deeper work to be done. And not even just in terms of diet changes, but even in just terms of spiritual evolution. Like in the last year and a half, I've done a lot of forgiveness work and it's been powerful. Just a lot of mindset shifting. Like that's a part of the healing process as well. It's not just about how we nourish ourselves, although obviously the better you nourish yourself, the better you're going to feel. And when you start to address the chemicals and the heavy metals and parasites and things like that, then you start to feel even more profound shifts. It's just understanding that we have physical body, a mental body, emotional body, a spiritual body, and all of those things, all those bodies intersect and talk to each other. And it's important to support them and to understand that healing is indeed a lifelong journey. And I heard somebody that I really look up to who's in her 70s now, and she talks a lot about how she does protocols multiple times a year just because we live in an environment that is so toxic that you can't think you're going to do like a 30-day or 60-day or 90-day detox once and be done for life. That's just, it's mind boggling how completely incorrect that assumption is. And so I'm committed to continue to do this work for the rest of my life. And I can say with confidence that every single time I do a protocol, I always feel so much better, so different in my body. By the time I'm done, I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe how good I feel." And then the next time I do a protocol, I'm like, "Oh my god, I thought I felt good then. Now I feel even better. Wow." Right? So I would love for anybody who sees this video to really understand your body is designed to feel good. And if you don't feel good, it's time to start looking at the habits you're committing to and then be open to changing your habits so that you can actually start to experience health in your body.
Well, not only that, but it's the body's never meant to be sick. And we have the power to heal ourselves. We have that power. You know that power. You've harnessed that power. And that's the biggest thing that I work with my clients about is not only the commitment, walking through, doing the dark, deep, digging work. But yes, those protocols every time get better and better. I know when I'm feeling like, and then I'm like, oh, I need to do another protocol. Like, oh, that's why. We were talking about this the other day. Like, when I'm not myself, I'm like, oh, I need to do a protocol because it affects my brain. It affects my mental state. It affects my spiritual state. I don't
Mhm.
feel in my body the way that I do when I'm out of my body working for my clients. So it's
Mhm.
like, and that was the thing. I was like, why can't I do this for myself? It was because I couldn't get out of my own head.
Mhm.
So to have the assistance and the guidance from you, and it's just amazing. And that just makes this experience so much better because the thing is, too, you're not alone.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you started speaking, so many of my clients, I was like, I have to hook you up. And people laugh because I'm always like, people say WWJD. I say WWJB. What would Julie Brar do? Because it's, what would Julie do? And I think of it that way. And I'm like, hey, Julie, what do you think about this?
And for those who are watching, like Nanci does some amazing work. If you're into like looking at the spiritual side of things and getting some guidance from, you know, the spirits and the angels, like Nancy's your girl. I've worked with her and it's always been really, really amazing. So we'll definitely put info in the video description. So if you're wanting to work with Nanci, you can go to her website, check her out. Highly recommend her. We'll also put information for the superfoods as well in the description. You can check that out, the exact protocol that she did. And it was actually the same protocol that I did when I wanted to get off my thyroid meds. So it's a game changer. Yeah.
And
Is there anything else
oh,
you want to share?
well, just, my whole thing is I don't want people to think they're alone. I felt alone. And once I started speaking was when I realized there was a community that was suffering as well. So you're not alone and you just have to give yourself the grace and the patience to work through these things. Because between you and the spiritual realm, we got everything covered. We got it. It's
It's
okay.
it's true. Yeah, when we talk about holistic healing, it's the whole package right here on the screen right now between you and me.
Um, yeah, it's amazing. I'm really, truly blessed. I'm so thankful every day.
Yeah,
Every
me
day
too.
that I found this protocol. It saved my life. It saved, my husband from years of pain. He did the same protocol. He was hit on his motorcycle 3 times from behind. He's got a bad neck. And, releasing and just really moving that energy and that pain was so key. So
Mhm.
key.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
being here. Thanks for sharing your journey. I really, really appreciate you. And for anyone who's watching this video, make sure that you check out the information below, get in touch with Nancy, and yeah, share this with anyone who could really benefit from hearing this information. And I will see you on the next video.
Many blessings.
Thanks so much for being here. I hope that you are enjoying the content on this channel. If you have not already done so, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time a new piece of content goes up. There is new content that goes up every single week. If you're not already a part of my online community, go to my website, sign up for my newsletter so that you are in the know. On my newsletter, I'll be sharing all kinds of promos and discounts as they come up. To work with me, check out my monthly membership, Elevate, which is really focused on addressing parasites and the root causes of chronic illness within the body. If you are interested in holistic health and well-being, you have definitely landed in the right place. Thanks so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.